my name is Lisa Driskel Hawxby, also known as the DogMistress. My husband and I own Dogmaster Distillery, a small craft distillery in Columbia, Missouri. I just want to thank you for watching Life as the Dog Mistress and hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, it's the DogMistress and we are back at the distillery today and we are going to talk about National Beer Day. And so we're so excited because I have some great friends of mine from this awesome organization called Girls Pint Out. And so they're going to talk to you a little bit about this amazing organization and about, women. We talk about women in booze, they're going to talk about women in beer, and then we're going to make a fantastic beer cocktail. So I'm just going to say good morning to Stephanie and Leanna. And welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about Girls Pint Out, kind of how it got started, what you all do, why it's important for women to have a presence in the beer industry.
So Girls Pint Out is a national organization. It is an actual non-for-profit organization, and the definition of it is really just a community of women who love craft beer. It was founded in, I think, Indiana. And since then, it's grown to over 100 chapters around the United States. I personally found out about it because I went to a beer festival in Kansas City a couple years ago, and there was some of the women from the Kansas City chapter were there, and they were pouring beer at the festival, and they had their banner, and I was like, "Ooh, what's Girls Pint Out?" And they were like, "It's basically like a women's beer club," and I was like, "Oh, I want to join that." But I came home and found out that there was no chapter here in Columbia. There was one in Kansas City and one in St. Louis, but those are too far away for us to travel on a normal basis. And so I reached out to the national organization and I said, "Can I start a chapter here in Columbia?" And she said, "Sure, absolutely." And so we started in June of 2016, and we do one event a month. That's the goal. We've occasionally had two, but the goal is one. And we have done a vast array of things. I recruited Leanna. We worked together at Columbia Mall, and we are good friends. And she is also a huge beer enthusiast. We knew that, that was one of our shared bonding things. And so when I was like, "Hey, I'm starting a beer club, you want to help me?" And she's like, "Sure."
I guess I have no choice.
Oh, darn! That sounds horrible. And so yeah, we started the group, and we have had events since then, and I think our Facebook presence is like 500 followers on Facebook. Wow. That's probably not how many people we get at our monthly events. I would say it's an average 10 to 15.
10 to 15 people per month. And it depends on what the event is.
Yeah, you want to tell them about some of the events that we've done?
Sure. So our very first event, we went to Logboat and just had a brewery tour there, and really got our presence known by a lot of the other beer enthusiasts in town. We've gone to Craft Beer Cellar and done a couple of different tastings or educational things. That's another aspect of Girls Pint Out that we really enjoy, is the education aspect of that. We've gone to several other bars around town. We did a pub crawl one time for Halloween.
Oh, that was fun.
And she and I dressed up as zombie Bernadette.
So our mascot, we were our mascot, but zombies.
Yeah, it was so great.
It was pretty awesome.
So, I mean, we try to do a large variety of different things that appeal to different people. Beer drinkers aren't all the same types of people. So somebody might really enjoy lighter beers. I tend to drink more dark beers. So there's a huge range of possibilities that we need to kind of cater to.
Absolutely.
And I love that, it doesn't matter what your age is. Well, obviously 20, legal drinking age, so you do have to be 21 to be a part of the group. But we have college-age women, we have women who are middle-aged and moms and wives, and we have retired women. I mean, it doesn't matter what race or age you are. It's just that you love drinking craft beer and that you want to come hang out with women who share your interests. And I think that the great thing is that we've definitely recruited some people to our cause. My mother personally was not a huge beer enthusiast, and I started making her come to some of our events, and she found out, which is crazy to me, that she loves stouts and an APA or an IPA, and that's crazy to me because usually people who start out on like craft beer, that is not the first thing they go to. That's like something you aspire to enjoy.
Separate ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. And so it's just so funny, you know, the different tastes that people have, what they love and what they don't. And you grow into it. Like, I personally hated IPAs forever, and now I've slowly started to like them. So it's so funny to me, you know, through our experiences and through our events, what I've put myself outside my box and tried new things, and how much I've learned that I didn't know I even enjoyed.
Well, and you all are such an inspiration to women in Central Missouri because, you know, one of the things we talk about here at Dogmaster is, you know, I'm always amazed by the number of women, like you said, that maybe if they do drink, it's occasionally, and then they drink wine because that's what women drink. And so,
which, I mean, wine is good.
Oh,
yeah.
I love wine myself. But,
I do too. But I feel like, you know, so many women kind of put themselves into this, I have to fit into this particular category, or I can only drink a cocktail if it's like super fruity and sweet or whatever.
Right.
And so I think, you know, you all taking it to that next level of this is a good time and education. And, you know, just try something. And you're in a supportive group where we're all just here for the same reason. We have a very common interest, and we're here to enjoy life. Because, you know, we've talked about how, you know, the biggest part of your daily journey is just enjoying it. And so I'm so glad that you all came today. And I will tell you, these women have inspired us. I'm talking to some other craft distilleries kind of in the Missouri area to start a Spirited Women Club. So, you know, they've really taken the bull by the horns. Their events are wildly popular. They are great community stewards, and so we're going to kind of take a page out of their book and get something started for women who might be interested in learning a little bit more about spirits. And so you'll hear more about that once we get kind of the wheels rolling. It's kind of in its infancy stages, and there's a lot of things on my to-do list, so we will get there. But I just want to thank you all so much for coming today and talking about your organization. And really, any woman in kind of like the Central Missouri area, if they get on Facebook and look at Girls Pint Out Columbia, or how can they find you if they want to get involved?
It's Columbia Girls Pint Out is our Facebook page, and we do have a division of the girlspintout.org website. But most everything that we do is posted on our Facebook page. I'm just more familiar with using that, and so we post all of our events on that page, as well as we follow a lot of the businesses in town, and when they host events, we share those as well to encourage our members to attend. And we also do have an email that we send out. If you come to any of our events, we always have people sign up, and if you haven't given us your email, we ask people to give us their email, and then we send out emails about our events as well, because we want to make sure not everyone's on social media, so we want to make sure that we don't leave anybody out.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we've done a lot of talking. I feel like every time we work really hard, we should reward ourselves with having a cocktail. Alrighty, so we are going to make a fantastic cocktail today. It's called a Grapefruit Beer Bellini, and I think this is one of those fantastic cocktails when you're trying to get people to enjoy different types of beer or spirits. It's really easy to drink. It has a lot of flavor, but it's not overwhelming, so this might be something good to start somebody off with, or to teach them, you know, you can have fun. Like beer, you don't just have to open one up and drink it. You know, you don't just have to have the same cocktail that you have all the time. You can totally mix things up and play a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add an ounce of Dogmaster vodka into each of the glasses. And so you just do that. And I'm going to be, while you all are doing that, I'm going to get the bubbly ready.
Glad you've had experience with this. I have not ever poured into a jigger before. I know what a jigger is, but I've never poured into one.
Perfect. Oh. Yeah.
It's better that way.
Absolutely.
Is that the angel share?
Yeah.
That's right. And so now, we're not always super precise precise here. So I just add a splash of my triple sec. So you're just gonna, whatever a splash means to you is good for me. There we go.
Just so you know, I might be a little heavy-handed.
Oh, well, clearly, if you've ever been here and had a cocktail, you know that we are as well. So
They are amazing, I have to say.
So we're using this grapefruit Hefeweizen, and I have a lot of friends that just love this as a summertime beer, and so I thought since, April, National Beer Day is kind of rolling into spring and summer, and, those of us that have lived here in Missouri have had a hard winter, so I'm ready to bring on the spring. And so what you're going to do is you're going to add just about to the, you're going to want to leave room for a topper of Prosecco. How's that? And depending upon the size of your glass, it's about a half of a beer. We're experimenting with this, and we wanted to use kind of the fancier glasses, and so it may not be exactly a half of a beer. So the other thing we're going to do is we're just going to top it with some Prosecco, but probably what you want to do first is stir it, and then you can top it with Prosecco. So we had a great debate when we were trying to determine how we were going to utilize this cocktail, and so some folks liked the extra splash of grapefruit juice in it. Some folks did not. So if you're a fan of grapefruit, you can add a splash of grapefruit. I think that it is just great without it. So let's do the Prosecco topper, and then if you have a taste and you want to add some grapefruit to that, you can do that too. So that'll just give it a little bit more sweetness. You won't be able to taste the beer quite as much, but if you're a beer enthusiast, you certainly want to taste beer in your cocktail.
I feel so fancy.
I know.
I love when I can make beer fancy.
Well, and it's a relatively easy cocktail. The ingredients are pretty straightforward, and so it's just something that you can, most people, it's not hard to go out and get a bottle of Prosecco. A lot of folks that have cocktails occasionally already have a bottle of vodka around. Triple sec, super inexpensive, so you don't feel like that even if you don't love it, you're out anything really. And so, and of course, you ladies will never, I'm sure, let a good beer go to waste.
Oh, heavens no.
So
I
there
will
you
finish
go.
that.
Absolutely. So if you are inclined, you can give a splash of grapefruit to yours.
Would you
I'm
like
good
yours?
without.
Okay. I'll take a little bit.
Perfect.
I'm not a huge grapefruit person, so I will do it.
Okay, she's gonna see.
All
There
right,
we go. I love it. So that's perfect. Well, Stephanie and Leanna, thank you so much for stopping by today. Thank you for sharing about your organization. Thank you for taking the initiative to say women need to have a presence in craft beer in Central Missouri. We need to make ourselves known, and so you all are truly an inspiration. And so if you all are interested in Girls Pint Out, like she said, it's a national organization, so if you're watching this outside of Missouri, certainly there's probably a chapter near you, or if there's not, you can do like these fine ladies did and start your own. Absolutely. Well, cheers, ladies. It is so great to have you here today.
Cheers.
Here's to a great beer cocktail. See? Light, fruity, refreshing. But yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Super
I love
nice.
Prosecco.
That'll be great
when you
on
add
a
it.
summer day.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. And super fun for, just a little get together or whatever. So don't forget to celebrate National Beer Day on April the 7th. Do something fun. Maybe go out and try a beer that you've not tried before. Even better, if there's a local brewery, go support some local folks. As always, please subscribe to my channel, Life as the Dog Mistress. We would love to hear from you. If you have ideas about cocktails you would like to see, if you have some specific liquors you'd like for us to use, if you want us to travel around somewhere in Missouri and talk to other folks, then please do it. Let us know who those folks are, because I would love to make cocktails around the state with other interesting people so that we can really highlight how amazing it is. I'm totally with you. I got you. I'm the same way. See? I just might have met my new best friend. This is a woman after my own heart right here. I gotcha. Now, there you go. 3 cheers. 3 cheers for all things beer. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
See, super easy.